All right, this is Scare Talk. I am Danny, and I'm here with Chemicals, Katrina.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. And we got Green Juice, Joel.
Hey guys, what's up? That's some good-looking juice, green juice that was in that movie.
Yeah, very
Yeah,
inviting.
very appetizing.
All right, so we're going to talk about a movie that's been out for a little while, but it got a lot of talk when it was in theaters, and hopefully you guys can check it out soon, whenever it's released for home viewing.
I watched it today on an app called Mubi, M-U-B-I.
Yes.
Yep.
Otherwise, you can buy it for $20.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I did a 7-day free trial, and
Yep.
yeah, this was
Okay.
that was literally the only movie that I saw that I even recognized. So I don't know
Yeah.
who that app is for. But,
All right.
Yeah, go on to Mubi, M-U-B-I. And
So this one is called The Substance. So Joel, can you tell us who's a part of it?
all right, so this one stars Demi Moore, Dennis Quaid, and Margaret Qualley.
Yeah.
And this was written by Coralie Fargiet. I think it's her French name.
Okay.
Fargiet. And it was also directed by her as well.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Demi Moore and Dennis Quaid, as long as they've been actors, I don't think they've ever done a movie together until now. So, and it's a horror movie that they're in together. So
yeah.
All right. Well, so this one is about a fading celebrity taking a black market drug, a cell-replicating substance that temporarily creates a younger, better version of herself. All right. So make sure you are subscribed to our channel. Make sure you like this video. Interact with us on our social media. We're on Instagram and Facebook and X. And if you want to hear all the spoilers about this one and get access to exclusive episodes, then go to Patreon, patreon.com/scaretalk to get all of that stuff. All right, so let's choose a word, each of us, to describe our thoughts and feelings on this one. Joel, let's start with you.
So the word, it's not really describing the movie very, very well, so we'll go into that in reviews. But my word is going to be original. This was a very original horror movie, and I was very happy about that.
Yeah, nice, good choice.
Okay.
Do you want to go next?
You can go next.
All right, I'm gonna go with gross. I've seen this movie twice, and that is enough. Not because I didn't like it, but because it is hard to watch.
Yeah.
Maybe years down the road, if someone hasn't seen it, then I'll watch it with them just to kind of see what they think of it. But it's hard to watch.
It has its moments.
Yeah. So okay, I'm switching my word because I was trying to find a creative way to say original, and I was trying to find a creative way to say gross. And you guys both took my word, so I'm going to go outlandish.
Okay. It's pretty outlandish.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into it. So, Demi Moore, she's the fading actress that is described. She decides, she kind of is fading in Hollywood and needs to get back into the spotlight. And she discovers this drug that she can take, and a new person, a new version of her, literally comes out of her. And they need to try to coexist. And we won't get too much into the the rules and stuff with
Mhm.
that.
Yeah.
But there are rules that
Yeah.
you must follow in
Mhm.
order for this to
Be
work out the
successful.
way you
Mhm.
want it to. What I really liked was, like you guys have said, the originality.
Mhm.
I think what I liked most about this though is how it's shot and edited.
Yeah.
And
Lots of close-ups and
yeah,
lots of like just
close-ups,
Yeah.
and
crazy angles.
sounds,
The
like
sound,
the sounds,
yeah.
the colors,
Mhm.
the like bold colors, the like a lot of it. There's just vast open shots of
Mhm.
like just nothing in the room, right?
Mhm.
And it's just certain lighting. It's a really, really cool movie to just visually see.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And it really captures what it evokes emotion for especially Demi Moore's character.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It kind of puts you in this lonely world,
Mhm.
you know. And so I that's probably my favorite thing about this movie
Mhm.
is the way it looks, the way it sounds, the way it's edited, all of that. The story I liked. I think it's an important story. But I kind of knew going in, just based off of that description, it's like, okay, it's
Yeah.
it is what I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
How it's portrayed is way more extreme than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
But the
Body horror.
yeah, the basic premise and like what you're kind of supposed to come away with it with, I just kind of figured that's
Yeah.
kind of the underlying meaning. I know it's probably deeper.
I think
than
there's
that,
a
but
few underlying meanings.
Yeah.
And we'll talk more about it when we get to spoilers, so
yeah,
we don't, give too much away. But I think, like you said, exactly what I like. The biggest things that I like is, one, I do really like the story. I like all the underlying meanings. I think there was a lot of underlying things there. And like while we were watching it, I'm like, the color contrast in this movie. I don't know if you guys remember, like, when I remember first watching Schindler's List, and like the whole movie is black and white, and then there was the red coat, and that was like so just like it just like really pulled you, and like
Yeah.
I don't know, it was so dramatic,
Yeah. it's like Sin
and
City too. There's
Black and white, but there's like colors.
Yeah. And her with her yellow coat, like just really reminded me of that. Like when she goes in like the all white room and she's got that white coat, or I mean that yellow coat.
Yeah.
And then each time the yellow coat comes into play the whole time.
Yeah.
Even all the way to the end. And I loved that representation.
Yeah.
And all the color contrast within the movie, the shots, like where they're super close up on the guy, and like just I don't know, like they had some like really crazy shots. There was a few parts that it was like, okay, we can stop focusing on like those things, but that's me as a timid woman not wanting to see all that. But
Joel, go ahead. I'll
Joel.
go into.
I was
some
gonna basically
more.
say the same. I think we all are on the same page on this movie. Where it's beautifully shot. Everything about
Speaking
this.
of.
I wasn't
really
thinking of that, but
beautiful shots.
yeah. I mean, some of it was, but as a whole, it's a beautiful shot movie, and it's yeah, I love the story that's being told in this. Like you said, Danny, it pretty much like says what it is in the description, but there are definitely underlining things going on in this movie for sure. And yeah, the acting was amazing. You got a couple A-list actors in there, so of course it's going to be great. And then I've seen the other girl in stuff as well. I liked her in, but the thing you guys would probably know, she was in Leftovers.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
she was a daughter in that.
Okay.
And so yeah, it was just a very well made, well acted movie that has some pretty crazy scenes in this movie.
Yes.
For sure. And yeah, I loved every minute of this. I thought it was really I'm probably gonna have a better score than you guys because it doesn't like you. I think you guys liked it, but you, Danny, like you're done watching it after 2 times, and
yeah, I loved.
And I can.
I'll tell you, I loved
Yeah.
it. It's just it doesn't have a lot of rewatchability for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
After the first time.
Yeah, after the first time, because I've seen it twice. She saw it like 1.5 times.
No, it wasn't a whole half. It
was in like 3/4.
Yeah, 3/4.
And so we saw it in theaters a few weeks ago, well, like a month ago.
When it first came out.
Yeah. And you know, I was explaining to her some of the stuff that she missed, and she was like, "Man, I feel like I want to go see that again." So then I was like, "Yeah, we can go." But then I was like, "I don't know if I want to watch that again like this quickly."
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, I don't think I'm ready to watch it again.
Yeah, I kind of need some time before I'm gonna jump back into it. And after watching it the second time, I'm like, yeah, I'll wait a while before I watch that again. And it's mostly the third act, I guess, or maybe the second half of the movie, where it just gets so crazy with the body horror that it like really pushes the limits, and it really lets you like feel what's happening, which is
that's the part you think is hard to watch.
Yeah.
Oh, for me, it was the other parts. Oh my gosh. Like at the very beginning, the shots, like the close-up shots and the noise and all the shots with what's his face in it.
Oh, I thought those were funny.
And that when they're eating at the table and that's what I'm like,
that's like
I don't know how much
scene.
longer I can watch that. Oh my gosh, it was hard for me to watch. His like,
that was just taking the very beginning of the movie.
Yes, and I was like,
I thought that stuff was funny.
Oh my gosh, it was not easy for me to watch. That was
that was just quick too. Like the body horror stuff. That's like we're focusing on. I mean that a long time, and I'm like, okay. I don't want to see this anymore. Let's move on.
Like the end body horror?
All of it.
I don't know.
Not all of it, but the last transition and the one before that was like a lot.
Yeah. The one before was hard.
Yeah.
But the last one, I don't know. Crazy. It was so extreme that to me it wasn't hard to watch. It was like
it's gross to me.
Weird.
Gross.
But no, the part that was gross to me, that eating scene, that was probably the hardest scene to watch for me.
Yeah, that
was the fastest scene in the movie.
Oh my gosh. It did not feel fast to me. And it was like, oh my gosh. And
I thought he was hilarious in this movie.
Yeah. I'm not saying it was like a bad scene or like he wasn't good. It was just watching that and
The sound
Ugh.
and everything.
I don't like watching people eat. And then
You'd hate some YouTube
and
channels
he was
then.
so
all it is.
sloppy and dirty and ugh. And I, of course, like was eating my lunch, and I'm like, I should not have been eating while watching this movie. And then like zooming in on the fly and watching the fly die in the drink. It's, oh my gosh.
Yeah, there were some choices made in this movie for sure,
It
as far as
was,
editing goes.
yeah. And then the other part that was like for me unpleasant to watch was, and it was valuable to the movie, so I'm not saying it wasn't good, but the extreme
Nudity.
not just the nudity as much as like the extreme like aerobics stuff.
Oh yeah, that was like
The close-ups
way over
and-
the
Yeah,
top.
it was like, oh my gosh, guys, we get it. Like, and
Yeah, like,
like
is this
how
what the show would actually be? Is that
No.
what they would air? Is that what
well,
they're
no, it was
filming?
No.
making it extreme and like they were,
They're making it extreme for us.
yeah,
for-
and like to make a point,
Yeah,
you know,
no,
like
I
that it was
know,
all
but-
about sexualizing women and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is like that character, I mean, while he's a good actor,
Yeah,
that character was horrible.
Yeah.
And and then his like groupie of old men.
marching together.
Ooh, let's go follow these feathers. Like,
So funny.
yeah,
Sit down
it-
at the same time.
to me that
Yeah.
was like gross.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Man. All right, I'm curious about your guys' scores. Let's go ahead and get into the critics,
Yeah.
their scores, and then we will give ours, and then we'll talk about spoilers.
All right. So the critics, this is
that
a
last transition where there's like different body parts and different
Don't
places.
Stop!
We're not
we
there
haven't
yet.
gotten into spoilers. We just said we're gonna do reviews. Edit.
Man, you just said that.
What just happened?
I don't know. I was thinking, what am I going to talk about in
Like-
spoilers? And then I just
And then you
blurted it
You
out.
just started talking about
Just
spoilers.
say it. Okay, you're gonna edit that.
All right. All right. So, what are the critics?
I was just
Thanks.
about to say. Okay, this is a very well liked movie.
Yeah.
Especially critic wise. Critically
Yeah.
well liked. Is that how you say it?
I guess.
Okay.
Critically acclaimed.
Yeah.
That's
critically
what I was. That's the word. I was
critically well liked.
So the tomato meter has it at a 90%.
Wow.
All right,
90%.
Very good.
But that's the critics.
Mhm.
The popcorn meter drops.
Mm.
It's at a 74.
Oh. Okay.
And IMDb
Liked.
has it at a 7.5.
Oh wow, that's very good.
Quite high for IMDb.
Yeah.
And yeah, Google has it at a 3.2.
Oh, that's actually kind of low.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The critics have it
Seem
much
to like
higher
it, yeah.
than
Makes sense. It's a very,
Mhm.
I think, a movie just has like more of that artsy feel.
yeah,
that the
and
critics want.
and with how extreme a lot of it is,
Yeah.
and how hard it is to watch in some areas.
And that was not CGI, I don't think.
I don't think so. Yeah.
That was
I'm pretty sure it was
very,
practical.
very
Looked pretty practical.
real
Yeah.
looking,
It
and
definitely, it looked pretty
Pretty
realistic.
whoever did the,
Yeah.
whoever did the makeup effects and the special effects on this.
Yeah.
If
If
the Academy actually took horror movies seriously, this
Yeah.
easily like nominations for,
Yeah.
but they never do that. So
yeah.
like
Yeah. I mean,
really
even
good
the
movie.
performance, like Demi Moore,
Yeah.
Oh my
especially,
gosh.
Yeah.
she just really went for it.
She killed
And
it.
Mhm.
she doesn't like do movies very often anymore.
Yeah, no,
Like, she didn't have to do this, and this is
Yeah.
not going to be a huge money maker for her, I
Mhm.
imagine. So, like,
Yeah.
she just,
I think it meant something to her.
yeah, I think so
Mhm.
too.
Definitely, I
Yeah.
think this story meant something to her.
Yeah.
But I will say, like with the Google score, it's either like a 1 or a 5, pretty much. There's a
Oh,
few
wow.
in betweens, but mainly 1s and 5s.
I don't see how you
Who's
do
giving this a 1? Come on.
There's a good amount of 1s.
Come on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those are bots. They're not real people.
AI
Yeah.
scoring.
Taking over scores on Google.
Man.
All right, let's give our rating. Katrina.
1. Just joking.
Let's go with you first.
Okay. I really like this story, and I was gonna say I felt like I was getting like vibes of different, like I got like the Shining
Mhm.
kind of
It
in
was
there,
definitely
and Carrie.
Mhm.
So I wanted to mention that.
Mhm.
But
Hmm.
I'm gonna say, so this is the thing, is definitely not something I'm gonna watch often. I would rewatch it though. And so I'm gonna give it an 89.
Okay. Joel.
I really like, yeah, it doesn't have a huge watchability for me either, but like I could easily watch this again and again with people that have never seen it before. So yeah, with that, like I just thought the acting was amazing, the story was really good, and just the special effects were incredible in this movie. And so yeah, this is easily a 91 for me.
Okay.
It's
Very
up
nice.
there.
Yeah. Something I forgot to mention. There's a part where there's like rules that are kind of bent, and I don't really understand how this occurred.
Yes.
How this
Yeah, we'll talk about
scene
that
played
for
out,
sure.
and how that makes sense with the rules of the
Yeah.
substance. So it's not a huge negative for me because that's not that important to me as far as the entire movie goes, because I think it just is really more of a scene of depicting, what the main meaning behind the movie is.
Yeah.
So it doesn't bother me that much, but I do wonder about it. So
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'll go 90.
Okay.
Oh man, all
Yeah.
right, 89, 90, 91.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna go
Yeah.
in the middle.
I thought
Guys.
yeah, I thought I was gonna do a 90, but then I'm like, nah, I'm gonna just stick with the
Yeah.
89. So
Yeah, it's the only thing is I just don't really want to watch it very often.
yeah.
It's really my only thing.
Well, and for me, it's like it's like the parts that are uneasy for me to watch, I understand why they're there.
Right.
And so I wouldn't say
necessary.
that's going to totally destroy my score, because it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just but I would definitely, like, if people haven't seen it, like, okay, yeah, let's watch this. So.
I would pick who I wanted to watch this with, because not everyone's gonna enjoy this movie. Gotta like make sure that you're like, okay, you're gonna be fine with watching body horror or
food whore.
Yeah, sure.
Like the whore
If you
or
get to that
whatever.
point and you want to turn it off, then you're not.
You're probably not
going to
like
the
this.
rest of it.
No, because this is the thing. I could handle the rest of it. It was that was hard. Like that's the part that made me feel the most like
Oh my goodness.
nauseous.
Oh my
Watch
goodness.
it.
All right. Well,
Okay.
we're gonna get into spoilers. Go to patreon.com/scaretalk to access that, and we will dive deeper into the substance. Otherwise, see you next time.